This is the Legion. We rise from the ash. You can steal the credit, but you can't buy the class. Shadow smokers moving, yeah, the new blood is here. We survived the betrayal. We survived the fear from the little guy shop to the Taipei streets. We the ones standing when the enemy retreats. Legion. The snake tried to fake it, got exposed in the light. Two brothers plotting in the dead of the night. The strongest support crumbled, yeah, that could hit deep. But Val kept the history while the traitors were asleep. Now Rick and Joey standing guard at the gate. Martin and the boys is keep out the fakes. We paid for the anthem, yeah, we paid every due. Integrity is something that they never know. They said we were finished. They thought that the Legion was broken, but you can't kill a ghost and you can't stop the storm. Are you active or are you dead? Put the traitors in check, put the stamp on the box, put the chain on the neck. No more OG ego, no more waiting on a snake. This is real reconstruction, not a move that you fake. If you lurking in the dark, better step into the sun, cause the war is already over and the Legion has won. So run to your games, run to your lies. The shadow smokers see through the disguise.
Hey guys, Tony SoySauceAssassin. Welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. So, first things first, wipe down my ashtray a little bit. Get some of these things away. And get ready to smoke. So, hopefully you already light up your cigar. I'm about to. Just let me clean this up a little bit. I'm about to. I don't know if you guys ever like wipe your ashtrays. Like, it's a good thing to do. It's a bad thing to do. So like I try to do it once every like before I smoke. But I don't really like to do it because it damages the ashtray. Okay. It damages the ashtray. Okay. And it sounds weird. It's like, what do you mean by damage ashtray? Like, you're wiping ink off of it. You're wiping layers and layers of ink off of it. The heat burns it on, and the water kind of just washes it off. So, like, every time I clean it, a little bit of ink comes off, right? And that's with every ashtray. I don't care which ashtray it is, what kind of finish that is. Every time you wipe, you got to get some ink off with the ash. With the ash, okay? So, like, I'm wiping this right now. I'll show you guys later, like, you know, like, what I mean by that. Like, you see? So, other than the white ash, the burn-on ash, the burn-on soot will take ink off your ashtray. I don't care which one it is. It always does. Unless there's no ink on it to start with. Now, can you absolutely clean it? Kind of, but there's no perfect. Like I wipe and scrape them many times, and I have never ever was able to get back to like the original look, no matter what I use. And I find that in the end, water is your only friend. Like any other cleaner will destroy your ashtray. Just don't bother with cleaner. It should be nothing but water. Nothing but water. Nothing but water. And then like you're like, okay, there are some marking down there. that I can't get rid of with just water. Here's the thing. It's better that way. If you can do it from a repeated wiping to get that marking off of it, you are there. That marking is either on there or whatever that's on there is gone. How about that? So it's better to have ash cover it than a spot that has no paint. I think, in my opinion, I think this is getting to a spot that I will be happy with soon. And I don't use, okay, so once these things get dirty, I throw it away. I don't wash them because whatever you're washing off, it's gotta go on your clothes. So don't ever wash this. Just throw them away when they're done. Ah! Almost. I should really light up the cigar while I do this. And I don't even know why I'm doing this today. But like I just all of a sudden said, dude, this thing is so dirty. And it bothers my OCD. It bothers my OCD. So let me show you guys. Like ashtray, right? Burn mark. You can see burn mark here. Burn mark here. And burn mark here. But over here, like while I was talking to you guys, I was wiping here a lot. So you can see this kind of getting wiped off slowly. This one not. This one not. This one got wiped off. There's pretty much nothing on it. So you can see you can wipe them off. But then based on how often you use them, they are baked on. They are baked on. You can wipe them off, but like takes a lot of elbow grease. And only water. Don't use anything to scrape because it'll come off with the paint. Yeah, I don't know why I'm teaching you guys how to clean this thing. Like most of you probably don't use the ceramic big ashtray. It's really funny because when I first started smoking cigar, I was always envious of like the cigar lounges that have these kind of ashtrays. And now that I have a whole entire inventory of this ashtray, I'm like, maybe I should use other ashtrays. You know, it looks good, and because it's so convenient, you tend to not clean it. That's the problem. Like when you have a small one, they always fold and you clean it. But like these kind, like you don't think about it all that often. You don't think about it all that often. So and then you don't clean it. You just don't. And when you actually clean it, you're like, why am I doing this to myself? Just get a new one. So, all right. So I was folding out this, and now you see how dirty this side is. And then I basically just chilled it a little bit. That this side is dirty too. So now I'm using this side. So yeah, it looks like the ink come off, but really it's just whatever layer it didn't come off yet. So now finally I waited for Val to come up. I'm gonna bring Val up. Val, you're like yellow today. Why is your light so yellow today?
Change my background.
No, your background's still the same thing. Did you just change side?
Oh yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, your light looks super yellow today.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's the lighting in here now. I don't know.
It makes you look like you have jaundice or something.
Really? Okay. Yeah, maybe it's the background, the reflection of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it might be.
Or it could be the placement. Because I moved it from my right, I moved it back this way.
All right, so before you get on, I was talking about cleaning ashtray because all of a sudden I just feel like I need to wipe this down. And Val, what ashtray are you using right now?
What?
Which ashtray are you using at the moment?
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
Want me to show it to you?
Yes, please.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, it's a top thingy flat. Okay, so it's a generic ashtray.
Wait. No. I made that.
Oh, okay. It's a generic handmade ashtray.
Yeah, I used.
So
What?
here's the thing, right? How often? Okay, Rick, what ashtray are you using right now?
What ashtray? S I
Okay, so yours don't have problem. Yours is glass. You wipe right off. Nothing goes on glass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm talking. Before you guys got on, I'm wiping my ashtray.
Oh God.
Right. I don't know why today. I just feel like I need to wipe my ashtray because it's so nasty. All right.
And I
So
have a secondary next to me, which is this one right here.
yeah, like those are too little for me to carry my ash.
Oh yeah.
Like the amount of cigar I'm smoking, those not gonna be enough.
Well, that's why for me, I have a little, canister. Whenever it gets full, I'll
No,
dump it in
not gonna
here.
be enough. Like I smoke so much of ash, I literally left one of these at Cigar King in Taiwan. Okay. All right. Like I need this amount of ash. So like these are just sud where I land
Yeah.
my cigar. But that's the thing. Like you guys, the small ashtrays don't have this problem. Or like maybe you do. Maybe like, you had just smoked with this caliper to get this level of sud.
Oh no. Like, there's definitely I have like I can't really see it.
But glass is easier to wipe off, so you don't really see it, right?
Yeah.
Like mine, I can wipe it every time, and like all my towels will be like this, but they stay on there. They stay on there. So the question is, how often do you clean it?
I'll wash mine under water. Like warm, not high power water, but just a little bit of warm water, and then just wipe once every month or two.
Like those small ones, I can rinse it. Like I rinse it a lot.
You
But
think
like
about
these
are more
big
bigger.
ones, you just like you wipe it once a week, but it's not enough. In fact, I wipe this every time I took a picture, and it doesn't. I can bake on faster than I can get it off. So, what do you guys have for cigar today? See,
Monte, New York. Mm, there you go.
oh, New York edition. Okay.
Okay. Whatever this is,
Looks interesting.
I think it's a Cavalier. I don't know.
It is a Cavalier.
Yeah.
Project Broadband.
Project.
Project Broadleaf. Project Broadband.
Yeah.
Project Broadleaf. All right. I think after I get this amount off, it
Oh my
should be
God.
okay.
Yeah.
But I can tell you there's still a lot more here.
Yeah.
And you can tell which side I don't use.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you gotta keep in mind, right? All right, my ashtray definitely don't get used like cigar shop, okay? But you guys know me. Like once I sit down, 3-4 cigars, right? 3 to 4 cigars,
Yep.
easy. So that's quite a bit of burn on every single night.
Oh, let me actually turn my fan on. Forgot.
So this, and believe it or not, if I wipe my screen, it will look just like this too. My screen in front of me, sud. It's just disgusting. Disgusting. I can never tell my screen is turning more yellow until I wipe it and it turns all blue. So, Rick, have you tried to wipe your screen thinking that is my what? But then like it's not because you think that it's dirty. It's because like I wonder if like the screen is so yellow, has that yellow hue, is because my screen is like dying, the blue hue is dying, or like because Oh. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Ah, damn it! All my videos too blue now.
yeah, I ever so often, my mom has OCD,
Okay.
so we'll interchange homes. So some weekends I'm at her house, some weekends she's at my house. And with her having OCD, she's like, I'm just in the mood to clean. And she will tackle our kitchen and we'll tackle the living room together. And then she comes into my office. She's like, I'm curious about something. And she gets a towel, she sprays it with glass cleaner, and she wipes it. She looks at it. She's like, oh. Now look, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
She's like, you need to stop smoking in this room. Like, not gonna happen. But it was like brown yellow.
Yeah, I was just saying, if I was to wipe my screen, it would look just like this.
Yeah.
But like more evenly spread. Like,
So because of that, when I deep cleaned my office not so long ago, I already have written down my little schedule on the side. Well, not a little schedule, a little notation for me. Every month, write things down. Because when I wipe my screen down, videos look better.
yeah, because I have a side screen, I'm gonna wipe the side screen just to entertain everybody.
And I have no white cloths on me right here. I already sat down. I'm not getting back up.
What do you clean it with? Like a lens cleaner spray or like Windex or something like that, all purpose?
I'll
Okay,
put some,
there you
Windex.
go. Let me wipe my side screen.
Or sometimes I do a little bit like alcohol.
Alcohol would have been cheating. This is just water.
Yep.
This is just water. Yeah, just water. This is just water and one run. That's it. I didn't even go the whole screen. I should have go the whole screen.
Yeah, imagine if you actually put like a solution, like a cleaner, glass or monitor solution.
Oh yeah, if I use a monitor solution, it will move everything. But like, I don't want to be like so clean where you're not like. Have you like wear glasses and all of a sudden like you clean your glasses one day, and you're like, oh wow shit, I can see. I don't want that. Like it hurts my eyes. I'm pretty sure.
I'll ask my wife if that happens to her.
It happens to my wife. I recently haven't seen a lot of like a meme thing where like a woman will go by their husband, hit it with the like plastic bottle. She will went inside holding a hammer, put the glasses on, and so oh shit, it's a hammer. So I haven't seen those.
So I can't relate to anything glasses related because I get knocking on wood. I actually have perfect vision.
All right, I can have perfect vision, and I can have not perfect vision. Just how hard I try.
You're sick.
Right? Just how hard I try is like, yeah. Just how hard I try.
I know. I just won the genetic lottery. Everybody in my family have glasses. Literally everybody. And I have like 20 plus cousins, 15 or 20 plus aunts and uncles, like grandparents, both my parents, my own sister, the younger brothers. Everybody have glasses except for two of us. Wait.
All right.
No.
This is where I gotta put the public announcement there. You know, all this time when you're young, your parents like, don't go so close to TV. You gotta have glasses. Don't read in the dark. You have glasses. Bullshit. If you're gonna have glasses, you're gonna have glasses, no matter what you do.
But like I said, so far I escaped the genetic lottery as of yet.
Yeah. So like I could have played the video game with a screen like this when I was younger and really, really fit my destiny of having my eyes look like this because everything's blurry. But no, I didn't get to. TV was too small.
This damn Monte won't actually stay lit.
Time to swatch another one.
I'll give it a couple more minutes.
Draw tool.
I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah,
There is okay. There's a lot of draw tool out there, right? Like I tend to use just right now I just use a cigar pick and poke around it, to kind of help it. But usually I my pulling out the Excalibur kind of shit, and I do that anyway. But those ones with picks on it actually destroy your cigar. Like those thing with the teeth, like the jagged teeth on it, they destroy your cigar. They shred your cigar, and it still doesn't give you any draw. So don't use those.
But the advertisement is says it's supposed to improve it.
Now, there's a lot of things advertisements said.
Is that what you're talking about? The one that has a jagged teeth like these?
No, like that one's actually okay.
The tip.
That one's bad, but not as bad as those perfect draw ones. I've had like really sharp ones on there.
Yeah.
Like, advertisement. Advertisement will say a lot of things.
Yeah.
Advertisement will tell you that Britney Spears is a robot.
Here.
Huh?
You're not claiming a false advertisement, are you?
No. I'm not
All right,
claiming
then.
false advertisement. I'm claiming inaccurate advertisement. Right? It may be true, but under specific situations. Your result may vary. Not available in all states.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, look at like California. Everything everything has the label can cause cancer on it.
Oh yeah, the label 69 or something like that.
It's like, how the hell does it'll be like some random items that you would never think, like plates that you eat off of plates, and then but it'll be like random things like I don't know, a knife or a controller,
A hat.
The things that I eat normally. So we have plum powder. I don't know if you guys know plum powder is. So it's basically shredded dry plum, and on the label, it actually said in the state of California, this substance is known to cause cancer. I was like, plum powder? No. The problem is a lot of human beings living in this generation are prone to get cancer one way or another, regardless of what they did. And what they did is they took everybody who ever died of cancer and said, what's the last thing you ate or last thing you touched as the cause of cancer? No. Chill the fuck down.
Yeah. Yeah, me and my wife, we ordered, we wanted to get rid of our plastic mixing bowls because we were told plastic is not the ideal for mixing bowls. So we exchanged it for glass, and it's glass, and it's BPA free. Has all these listing of non-chemical, whatever. But then on the back of the box, and the shit out of California says can cause cancer. I'm like, okay.
Glass causes cancer? Glass is one of the safest substances out there.
Exactly. That's why I went for a glass container compared to a plastic container.
Yeah, it's glass. It's sand.
Yeah, it's a glass container with a glass lid. It's not glass with plastic. It's glass with glass.
Imagine one day they're gonna have a bunch of people with testicular cancer, and they're like, hey, what did you last before you got testicular cancer? Sex. All right, and put a label, sex can cause cancer.
Give me cancer 69. Right now, then. I'll accept death then.
I was like, bring it on.
I mean, listen, there's many ways I would like to, draw my last breath. and I forgot the individual who was like doing a lot of like the men mental health. I think like Samuel, something like that. It was a gentleman that did a lot before Andrew Tate and those individuals took over that little thing. He was talking a lot about men's mental health, how to become the better man. I think like Kevin Samuels. There you go. There's him and Kevin Samuels. He passed away because he had a heart attack because a nurse he was sleeping with was choking him, and I guess he got too overwhelmed or overstimulated, and it caused him to have a heart attack.
Oh, that sexual asphyxiation is what they call that.
Yeah. So it's like I don't mind going out that way.
Hell, I would. I won't be choked. I don't be choked out.
Next time I warn your wife, don't be choking the bitch. She might die.
I didn't know that's the way he died. Wow.
That wouldn't be a good way to go, though.
No.
Imagine Bruce Lee probably died that way.
I mean, he was again in the middle of a,
Intimate relation.
yeah. It was like your last moment could be in a hospital bed, whatever. His last moments was
choking.
well, no, it was the intimacy.
Was
part, I guess,
dying.
that gave him, I guess.
That would be something to explain to God when you're in front of him. Hey, son, how did you die?
Mm-hmm.
So you I was procreating and I got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
That would be very hard to explain. I don't know. I don't know if that would be a good way to go. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in he was having chest pains and collapsed after the fact of that matter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now,
That's
here's
good.
a question,
All right.
okay, guys. Let's say you're on a deathbed. All right. You have your last cigar. After your last cigar, you passed away. Pronounced it for, let's say, 18 hours. And turns out it was false death. You came back to life. Okay. Would you like to have a cigar immediately after that?
No, I want to know where my cigars are immediately after that.
I think it'll be like a little too late. 18 hours later, depends how fast they move. 18 hours later, when you wake up, would you want to go? What will be the first cigar you think about if you raise from the dead?
The first cigar?
I am getting a Oro Blanco.
Because before you pass away, you already have your last cigar. So you would technically be whatever you wanted the most, right? So Rick, you probably have your Oro Blanco before you went. But you woke up 18 hours later.
Give me a second Oro Blanco.
They're like, first medical bill.
Yeah.
Resuscitation, $35,000.
All right. So what you do is you take that medical bill, you rip it into different tiny pieces, roll it into the cigar.
Smoke the
No,
bill.
Smoke the bill.
Do not do that. He caused cancer in the state of every state.
It's getting your money's worth, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody ever passed away and came back to life X amount of hours later and sued the doctor for malpractice because the doctor pronounced you dead.
I mean, you do have like very extremely rare cases, individuals that has those things where their heart slows down to such a very slow amount where some people may have mistaken on pronouncing them dead, but reality their heartbeat went down.
No, because when the doctor pronounced you dead, they don't go by the heartbeat. They go by your pupil. If there's any reaction to your pupil.
There's other testing involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go by your heartbeat, you can still function without heartbeat for X amount of time.
True.
Yeah.
There you go. The more you know, medical wise. Yeah. They shine lights in your pupil, see if there's any action. A lot of time, brain dead will be pronounced brain dead. Then you can still have heartbeat while you're brain dead. So.
True. This month is not staying.
But yeah, I don't like. Do you wake like the first thing when you died? I don't even know how that works. If you pronounce dead, you wake up. How do you pronounce I'm dead? Like there's no way to reverse that. You have a death certificate by then.
I started a new life. Start a new life. I start a new life.
You can't because technically you're now you're illegal alien. You don't exist. You die.
I don't have to pay back my bills and I have to pay back my taxes. I don't have to pay back my debts.
Well, you also don't own whatever you own.
I am now a free man.
Imagine that. You wake up. How do you get your life back? So the doctor said I was dead, and here's my death certificate, but I came back to life. Does your marriage end then too? No, because your wife become a widow, it does not end your marriage. You're still married.
No. She's a widow. You're gone.
No.
Babe, bye.
No.
Death do us part.
No.
Part.
If you died, you're still married to someone. You have to divorce that dead and then remarry to someone.
No. Till death do you part. You pronounce dead, you're gone. That means.
All right. So, Val.
Here we go. Go ahead.
If I'm married to someone, I have a large amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay? And I died.
Yep.
If we're apart, she's no longer married to me, how does she have rights to touch any of my stuff?
Well, legally she does because you were pronounced dead.
Yeah, legally I'm pronounced dead, but she's nobody to me now. But you just said she's not married to me anymore. She's nobody to me.
But she has all your assets because you made her the beneficiary.
No. I can have. I still have my brother, my sister, my blah 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 blah.
I don't care who you got. It goes to your wife.
She's not my wife anymore. I'm dead.
Or unless you got a will.
No, you just said she's not my wife anymore.
But everything goes there as your former wife.
She's not my wife anymore.
You was dead and gone. You were
okay.
Dead.
So you're saying that if I died, let's say 3 weeks ago, I divorced her. All right, 3 weeks before I died, I divorced her. She's my ex-wife. So when I die, where did my money go?
Depends on who you named as beneficiary.
Government.
If I didn't name anybody,
then it would go to your offspring.
Exactly.
But
you just said my ex-wife doesn't get to touch it. My wife doesn't get to touch it. She's my ex-wife now. If I die, she's my ex-wife.
No. Go call Shiza. Call her up. Let's do it.
No.
Let's do it.
All right. She's still my wife until she decided to claim to be single and remarry.
Wait a minute. No. She's a widow.
All right. Let me ask you, right? Val, if you pass away.
If I pass away.
Does your wife, actually, your parents still alive, right?
No, my parents are not.
Let's say, for example, your parents still alive.
Okay.
If you pass away,
yep.
Your parents not her parent anymore?
Say that my parents are what?
If you pass away, is your parent no longer a relationship with your with their daughter-in-law?
Oh, they'll always, as long as we're married, she'll always be their daughter-in-law.
But you're dead.
Mine passes away, but she'll always be your daughter-in-law, just like the kids will always be the grandkids.
Exactly, but she didn't get divorced.
No, she didn't. You died.
Yeah, exactly. She's still your wife until she chooses not to be.
No, she's still your wife until death do you part. Look Well, if she remarries, she's not gonna go to a lawyer. Oh, hey, listen, hey Rick, you're my lawyer. Rick, listen, can you tell me what the state law in New York is about? You know, my spouse is dead and I want to
Mhm.
remarry. Do I got to divorce her now? No, no, no.
No, I think you should because you still have to deal with the child.
You know, you don't got to deal with the child. It's
Yes,
whatever you
because
set up.
now the
It,
grandparent can fight for custody as well.
depending on the age of the kids, but no, they're not going to fight. They're not going to get the kids if I'm gone. All right, if I'm gone and she's still there, she gets the kids. My parents ain't getting those kids.
They could.
No, they have what they would get is they would get they would have to have maintain a familiar relationship.
Sure. But the thing is that you're saying that the moment you die, you're considered divorced. You're not. She's still
No,
your
no,
wife
no,
until she
no, no,
make a
no,
different choice.
no, 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 no. You're married till death does you part. I mean, you know what? Let me go kill her right now. Let me find out.
All right. So, all right. In Chinese tradition, if you're married, you're like a water that's poured all outside. Okay, it never comes back to that little freaking pot you have. Right? Once you pour outside, it's outside. So even if the male dies, you're still the daughter of the family until you choose to leave. And you choose to leave, you gotta file what's called a separation.
See, I don't know about that.
Now that separation decides, number one, how much of the things you own now that you're not that wife anymore. Number two, who gets to keep the kids? Does the family still keep the kids or you keep the kids? Now if you keep the kids.
Wait a minute. You look at no. If I'm gone and my wife is still around, she gets the kids. There's
No,
no we're
that's
gonna
your choice. That's your choice. I'm talking about
no,
here.
that is
The
no.
grandparent is looking forward to the kids. If you take the kids, where's their descendant?
Hey, look at they still have visitation rights. Okay? But they're not gonna become the parents.
They're not gonna become. They're
They're
gonna
not
become
gonna
the
take the
guardian.
kids away from the mother. That ain't gonna
We
happen.
call that the guardian.
No. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
That happens a lot. In fact, in China, people will fight you to the death. Well, they will even buy the kids. They're like, "I'll give you X amount of money. You leave the kids here.
Well,
It'll be easier for you to get remarried if you have no kids. Get the hell out of here. Here's the money. Get out."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It is easier to remarry if you don't have any children with you as an added expense to whoever you're gonna marry to next to. But no.
But I'm pretty sure you had to file something.
Let me
Because
tell you,
say even if you kind of widow, you still live in the same house and blah blah blah, right? Right? Somebody
Yeah.
comes like, "Hey, I am looking to take care of some stuff. This is like some legal document for this guy," and you're like, "I am his wife. Well, I'm his widow." You gotta still have a relationship in order to organize anything that's his. You can't just say I'm his ex-wife. There's difference between I'm his ex-wife and
you're
I'm a
wait.
widow.
Now we're talking between an ex-wife that's still alive and a wife that died.
We're talking about an ex-wife and a wife that consider herself widow and still, but very close in this family. Still part of this family. You see?
Martin.
Very complicated. I'm pretty sure there is some documentation for that. Nobody ever does this. Right? Because if the wife dies, you don't do anything. Don't forget, the kids has the father's last name. A lot of time when in Asia, when when they separate, the kids decide to be which parent, they will change the last name. so that they have no relationship with the previous one.
Well, yeah, okay. I can see that, but
But how about this? How about this? In the same scenario, you came back 18 hours later, but she already filed your death certificate. She's a widow. All right? You went back. They're like, okay, we will revoke your death certificate. Do you have to remarry her again? If she's no longer your wife, the moment that you came back to life.
now that's a good question there. I would think.
If she's no longer your wife, that quick, the moment you died, you're due apart.
I would just call it a temporary separation.
Mm.
You know, because she's still dealing with your stuff, your debts, your thing, your paperwork. You think that, you know, if she's not your wife anymore, she had to deal with that? Just like step parent, step parent, right? In order for the step parent to be a parent, they have to adopt you. They don't automatically become your mother.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Well, that's true. That's true.
Marriage is a status. You know, it doesn't go away just because one died.
It'll be altered from, married to widowed on legal documents.
Well, I'm pretty sure, they had to file for divorce, like, right, like kind of thing, or like separation. Not
Well,
not
no,
maybe
no, no.
maybe not as bad as divorce, separation.
It might be under annulment. You're
Annulment? No, you wouldn't want to be annulled, because if you're annulled, then
Yeah,
you're
true.
not married anymore. You never married if it's annulled.
Yeah, true. Never mind.
Do we have a viewer that was the same? No, I don't want to. I
Yeah.
don't want. No, that was bad. I shouldn't ask. There shouldn't be a situation where people had to deal with that. The certificate is what changed her marriage status. I don't know. When does a dad joke become funny? When it's not on parent?
Mm.
That was good.
Mm.
Jeez. I heard that many times. All right. I don't think the status change is automatic. You have to file something for sure.
Yep, when it becomes a parent.
That was a good one, all right.
Martin was the one that said that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if she's no longer your wife and you are no longer you, right? Because you died. You went back to your house. Can she kick you out? You're like, I'm just here for my cigars. Get the hell out of here. Who are you again? I'm your husband. Oh, no, I'm not married to you. Imagine that. In fact, if you came back to life, the person who's going to witness and identify you being you is actually your wife. Because when you pass, your wife had to go identify, yeah, this is the person. Yeah, that's who I'm married to. Right? If she's no longer married to you, like, I have no relationship to this man. Right? If she have no relationship to you, why is she obligated to handle your funeral?
But at what point is she not the wife?
You just say the moment you died, she got that piece of paper, death certificate. She's no longer
now
your wife.
she's the past wife, right? The former wife.
Right. But if she's not your wife, she's had no obligation to deal with you.
All right, Rick. This is for you because you're the young one here. No, I don't want to do that because I don't want it. I don't want it to seem bad.
You can use me as example. Go ahead.
Okay, Tony. So if you die, Shiza doesn't have to do anything.
What does she have to do?
Funeral expenses, arrangements, and all that other stuff. No, I don't. No, he ain't mine no more. We ain't married. No.
I have will.
Doris will, there's a way.
I can tell you, she's will handle my funeral if she want my inheritance.
See now. Okay, all right. So you're putting checks and balances into this stuff.
Well, that's the number one benefit of being with me. Like, I don't have any other benefit being with me. This Asian guy, now there's like 10,000 of me out there. That's better. Yeah, she does keep the dog, even though my name's on the dog. But like in Asian culture, she's married to me. She's married to me. If she's gotta go marry another man, she had to go through some hurdles. She had to go to like my parent and go like, yeah, I'm no longer gonna be your daughter. I'm gonna go marry somebody else now. Right? If she's no relationship to that anymore, do you think that she had to do that? Tough one, right? Well, I
That's a
hope
tough
nobody
one,
ever
yeah.
had to deal with this, by the way. Nobody should ever have to deal with this. And if you gotta wake up, don't wake up 18 hours later, try to do express lane. Wake up in like 4 hours, 5 hours, it's still reversible.
I mean, my landlord is currently going through that.
Better revise that well before your next flight meeting.
Yeah, like my landlords were a couple when I used to live with my mom, and I was there for a good 20 years. But the husband passed 4 years ago, and now it's the wife that's just left over, and she, everything was under his name: the house, this, the cars, all that kind of everything. She had to take the mantle.
I don't know. Like, when you have a passing wife, right? When you talk about your passing wife, do you say ex-wife, or do you say my wife? What do you say? What is the proper term?
Whenever she talks about her husband, she still says, "My husband." Well, obviously in Spanish, she says "mi esposo."
Yeah, my husband. It's still your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Still a husband. Right? You'll be like, oh yeah, my husband, blah, 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 blah. You won't be like, my ex-husband. My husband. And then they're like, oh, so how's your husband now? It's like, oh, he has since passed. And then next thing you know, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But it will be introduced as my husband. No, I don't have husband. Chill down, sit down. I don't have a husband. Now that I'm divorced, you better damn sure say I say my ex-wife. Yeah, well.
Enjoy both of them.
So I don't know.
I could say my ex-demon. Or my drunken.
It's just a reminder, guys. If you gotta have a will, write your cigar somewhere in there.
My beer goggle relationship.
Right? And make sure you write like a escape clause. It's like, this thing is in effect 48 hours after my passing. In case you wake up for 18 hours later.
Oh, yeah, my wife already knows. Pokemon cards not for sale. Those are for our future kids.
Unless you write it, it means nothing.
I have it written. When I set up an LLC, it gave me boxes to tick, and I did like a will and everything.
Ah, see, you don't trust your wife. I get it.
Of course, I trust her. Again, everything's better in writing. She already knows.
If you
Yeah.
trust your wife, why would you have it writing in writing?
But it gave me the option when I meet my
No, no,
LLC.
no. That's a big hole. That's a big hole. Don't fall in there.
I know.
Hmm. I don't know. Like, something like that is always like weird. 'Cause, like until you think about it, you don't know, right? I don't think about it until now. It's like, what happened if you wake up and you're like, I really want my cigar, and then your wife come back and say, yeah, sorry, you say donate your cigar. We did.
Yeah, I didn't have her sign anything, but I put it in the will that we had like by legal terms handshake deal.
Would you
Maybe-
be afraid to die if you do wake up from death, though? Because you'll
I'll
see
fight.
death totally different.
Yeah, I mean it all depends of like you have the unknown factor of what is death, and then
Yeah.
how would you know if it's actual like you waking up or if it's just the next realm? 'Cause how do you know you're actually back alive? How do you know it would definitely mess with you? You see your DC in front of you. You gotta try to put two and two together. Is this real? Am I actually back alive, or am
Well,
I?
you woke up in the fridge, so
Oh, yeah. I guess yeah.
you definitely woke up in the fridge. You're like, ooh, this feels good. Texas weather, I'm in the fridge. Damn. No?
Putting the stakes away.
I wonder if anybody ever write that. Okay, I wanted to be buried with my cigars. Instead of like, give my cigar to my son or give my cigar to a charity. Somebody wrote, I want to be buried with my cigars. And usually it wouldn't be too hard. It'll be like 5 sticks,
Yeah, just put it in my jacket.
CT Klitcher
Fletcher.
died and woke up. He had a complete change of personality after. Fletcher, okay. Complete change of personality. What do you mean? I think most people who woke up from death will see life differently. They're more focused on life than anything else. They just want to go out and have fun, go do things that makes them happy, whatever. They're like, oh, and nothing ever bothers them anymore.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when people go through a lot of losses, like with family or friends, whatever, and you start hearing people say, like, the coin frame, life is too short, so many times, that's when like they either recently lost somebody or they've lost, a few people, because then that starts to kind of give you a different perspective.
Yeah. Life changes a lot once you experience death. And the other one, they say that life changes a lot when you went to space and come back. You went to space and you come back to become a different person.
Yeah.
Don't know why, though.
I mean, the topic of death is prevalent since you had Dolly Parton 2 days ago, and then yesterday, and then today was I believe his name is Tim Curry.
I gotta be honest with you. I have no idea who she is. I heard about her death, but I don't know who she is.
She's the country queen.
Yeah, I don't know who she is. Even my wife knows who she is. I don't know who she is.
She's a great songwriter. People don't know,
Yeah.
but she's a great songwriter.
Yeah, there's a load of things about her. Like, she's more popular when it comes to like country style music and more of the
Queen
southern
of country.
Yeah, the queen of country. And
I don't listen to country. That's the thing.
Yeah, when especially if you grew up in the South. Like if you're in the South, Dolly Parton is like the face of everything. And I think she already has. I think she has either a secret album or a secret song that she had buried in the time capsule that she written in her will that has to be opened in 2045.
Those memories were installed in 1967. I had no idea. I was not even born at that time.
Ironically, both my parents were born in 67. Yeah, she is Southern royalty. Yeah, like I knew of her, but I didn't know nothing of her because again I grew up north and in the hood, in the urban
She's
area.
a Southern royalty. You sure it's not Taylor Swift?
That's now and this, but Taylor will bow to Dolly before Dolly will bow to Taylor.
Well, yeah. I mean, why was she bound? I don't know.
Then you have the other individual, Tim Curry. Like he was an actor. He played It. He was in Home Alone. It was now Thornberry from the Thornberry the Wild Thornberry show. It was a cartoon. He done a lot of roles and he passed today. Ironically, both Dolly and Tim, they both passed at the age 80.
All right. Let's do another topic from this topic.
Mhm.
Let's say if embargo was lifted,
Okay, I'm listening.
Cuban cigars start to be in retail in the U.S. What will be the price range of those cigars?
First of all, General Cigars will have to change a lot of things, but
well, General Cigar just changed the brand to like Silencio. You know the one they have
Yeah.
on there. You know they will change it. That's fine, right? I don't think they will fight and win. That's the thing.
oh, no, no.
Yeah. So they will change it, and now the brand come in, or maybe they will just write Habana thing or whatever Habano thing, and then it will still be like I don't know Cohiba Red Dot and have Cohiba Habana kind of thing, just to be different. But let's say they start retailing, right? Do you think the price range will be as crazy as the rest of the world? Or in order to survive in the US, they had to reduce the cost or reduce the price?
That will cause more demand because they
Well,
already
immediate demand will be crazy, right?
exactly. So that means if they don't have the supply, the rule of thumb is
Before they got okay, let's say right away, like there's a situation, right? Let's say right away, tomorrow, President X say, all right, we pity the fool. We lift the embargo. They now can sell Cuban tobacco in the U.S. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is immediately they gotta start pumping production, right? They gotta set retailers and a U.S. entities to import those, right? And they gotta start selling it. So they will have plenty, like when you start a new shop, plenty of things for every shop to have, right? So let's say that there's enough for the demand. 1,000 boxes per shop. Okay? So there is that. Do you think they will set their price to a US standard? Or they're going, you know what? The rest of the world does that. We got to do the rest of the world. Now, this obviously we're talking about pre-US tax, or whatever US decides to go. In order to sell here, you pay X amount of tax before that. What do you think? Do you think they will lower the price, or do you think they will adjust to standard?
I think they're going to keep their price point to where it is, based on the international market. You know,
increase.
It has to stay. They got to maintain that international.
Well, the
level.
international market, the price, the international market are so different because the crazy amount of tax they have. Like Mexico, they have crazy amount of tax for cigars.
Well, I also remember that the reason why they also increased prices of Cuban cigars was because of like all the counterfeits that they decided not to try to go after or.
But that's the thing. Your counterfeit will go to crap into shit shoe if they are allowed to sell it. There's no point to buy counterfeit anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that, you think it's gonna tank, and it's gonna be super affordable in the U.S., or they're like, you know what, Cohiba, Ciclo, $80 a piece.
It's going to stay that price. It's going to stay what it is because even though they're going to be available, the fact of the matter is they are available, and you're going to pay the price for them.
I think it's gonna tank because there's another thing that might be in play.
What alternatives?
If they can sell Cuban tobacco here, that means every other brand can use Cuban tobacco.
Well, no, they're not going to sell Cuban tobacco here. They're going to maintain their industry in Cuba and just sell the cigars here. But they're not going to send out their tobacco anywhere. That's the whole mystique about it. Maintaining
No, but the
your
thing
tobacco.
about the tobacco is you got a lot of good tobacco, and you also got a lot of shitty tobacco when you grow them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, all the comparison is Cuba. Tastes like Cuba. It's Cuban seed.
Right.
It's Cuban, because grown here in Nicaragua, but it's Cuban seed. So no, I think whatever the price Cuba puts at it, if it's available here, it's going to maintain it. They're not going to lower it just because they came to the States.
Right, but
They
then
have the rest
here's
of the
the thing,
world to
right? Let's
worry
say
about.
you have a Cuban cigar, and in this, let's say, EP Carrillo is like, okay, hey, we have a lot of Cuban tobacco here now. Even though they're not the best, they're not a wrapper, they gotta be the filler, right? We gotta put Cuban in fillers.
Okay.
You don't think that particular cigar is gonna cause a Cuban to lower their price?
No, because you're not getting a Cuban Puro.
You're not getting but that's the thing. Even the Cubans are not really all puros. They import a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco.
You don't know that?
Nicaraguan tobacco.
Yeah, they
You don't
import
know
a
that?
lot of Nicaraguan tobaccos.
Yeah. Cuba is one of the number one importers of Nicaraguan tobacco.
They do shove some Nicaraguan tobacco in there. They just
And
they just never disclose what's in there.
Is it disclosed in their blend?
They don't
No.
disclose blends.
Ah, okay. Then, there's always that question. So if that being the case, then what is the need to buy Cuban cigars? Because just like you
Exactly.
said, Tony, what if EPC has Cuban tobacco in there? I don't need to go buy a Cuban cigar. I got Cuban tobacco right here in this.
No, but then that's a non-argument. What's the point to buy AJ Fernandez when you have Plasencia?
Exactly.
Now, is it the tobacco or is it the blender?
It doesn't matter. Right? It doesn't matter. Because you're saying that what's the point to buy Cuban when other company can use Cuban tobacco now? Well, you still buy it because they're a brand, they're, what you like. You happen to spend $3 million on a Cohiba ashtray in the auction. Now you want Cohibas. So don't you think that's gonna cost it to obviously people's gonna go, all right, why you spend $80 on Cuban when I can spend 18? This thing had Cuban too.
Well, that's what we're doing now, aren't we? Why am I going to spend $80 on a cigar when I can spend $18 on a different one and have just as good as enjoyment of it?
Yeah, but we still do it. We still do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's still done. It's still
Right?
done.
We still do it. But now, a month later, Cuban cigar is no longer a unicorn.
Yeah, it won't happen.
Martin, you will. If it's $10 stick, you will.
Yeah, but it won't happen. It won't become. They won't release the fucking.
Like what stops Cohiba Habana to do a Nicaraguan binder and filler, but just Cuban wrapper.
Say that
Right?
again.
What stops
Yeah,
Cohiba to just have a Nicaraguan filler and binder, but only with a Cuban wrapper?
Yeah, just the wrapper is a
I
Cuban
mean,
tobacco.
It could be.
Oh, no, they can do that, and that's not gonna be $80 anymore.
I mean, it might be. They press them however the fuck they want.
But okay, the problem is supply and demand, right? And also the happy median price. Everybody has a happy median price. If you pass that price, you don't want to buy it, right? So if they were smart and they want to sell a large amount, 1,000 box of cigars per shop, they had to make it so that people can afford it. So you essentially make more by selling more. And I know right now, like, there's not enough, right? There's not enough Cuban tobacco, period. There's not enough. To supply the world, there's no such thing. I don't care who it is. You're not buying enough Cubans because there's not enough. You're not buying the Cuban unless you go to a place that actually retails it, and they don't have enough either. Okay? So there's not enough. Now, because they're not enough, that means if they're allowed to sell to US, they have to find somewhere to produce it to make it enough, which means adjust their blend. Because you're not gonna want to miss this big of a market. Everybody in the US that smokes cigar, minus us, minus the crazy people, right? When I say us, I mean everybody who has collected cigar and went out of their way to buy a cigar, right? Minus us, there's still a large portion of people that haven't. That's a huge market, right? But those people's happy median is never more than $25. Knowing Cuba, the cost to make a cigar is probably like $1. I know some people listen to it over the like internet right now. It's like, what, $1? Cuba don't pay their people.
It needs to.
Not at all.
They don't fertilize the land. They don't do shit.
Nope.
So the cost of making those actually is not that high. But you're buying the brand, the name, the thing. It's like you're buying $100 iPhone for $1,000.
It's like
Like
you're
that.
supporting cheap labor, like fucking when you buy China shit.
Well, you always gotta support cheap labor, no matter what you buy. Everything you buy in this world supports cheap labor. Because you ain't gotta pay the premium for it.
premium. Yep.
Right? You're not gonna pay the premium for it. Val's gotta refuse to buy that hat if that hat is $1,000.
This is
I mean, even cocaine farmers have cheap labor.
Right? You
Not that I
can
know.
you
Not that I
can
know.
go premium. You can go premium. You can go to Japan and buy $1,000 hat.
Ooh, my
But
shoulders.
Val, you're not gonna buy that hat if it's $1,000. Because your wife will literally murder you and make sure you don't wake up 18 hours later.
well,
Or that will be the last hat you ever own.
Actually, either way, that's gonna be the last hat you ever own.
Hey, give me a second, guys.
Yep.
Well,
No, you didn't mute. You didn't mute.
Not muted.
you're still alive, Martin.
Still alive.
for
Still
real?
alive.
You bump it up again?
Open it up again. Do it.
I mean, yeah. We bumped it
You're
up.
not
to
muted.
30.
Martin,
Can you-
mute.
Can you mute him?
Martin, can you mute him, Tony? Martin.
Yeah, I know.
Martin.
But I'm sleeping on the couch. Like, what am I doing? What else am I going to
Oh
do?
well, what the hell?
Like, I mean, what is it? It's not
Let's just
because look,
join 'em.
you don't have a problem with me. Is it the kids? Because all I do is I come
Martin,
home.
Yeah.
Go to the,
call.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Jeez. All right. So going back. So in that situation, like obviously I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm giving you all these possibilities, right? With that possibility, what do you think? Because when you see other countries, right? Other countries don't really have a cigar producer, dude. Right? If you think about it,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Cigar is so expensive in China. How many China cigar companies there? Not much, right? Cigar is very expensive in UK. How many cigar companies in UK? I'm talking about origin UK.
Not many.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I never even thought about that. I just know in the UK, it's even hard to find a good lounge. You may
Yeah.
find several shops, but you're not going to find any. And if you
Yeah.
do find a lounge, they're going to be expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
they don't exist, or they don't. They are very rare.
yeah.
So there's
Like,
nothing to compete the price. But in US, there is.
my buddy Jake, he lives out in the UK area, and he partakes, very sparingly in his neck of the woods. And I showed him the brand of what I was smoking, and he's like, "All right, let me go look it up in my local area." And I believe I was smoking a Camacho broadleaf. He's like, "How much you pay for that broadleaf?" Like, well, in U.S. standards, it's let's say $11. He's like, "I'm looking at $48 just for a Camacho broadleaf."
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
I think he's trying to unmute. I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
unmute him. Oh, I can't unmute for someone else. He got to unmute himself.
Okay, I figured it out.
All right. Yeah. No, we had to mute you because you were not muted.
Oh, I did mute it.
No, you
Mhm.
pressed twice. We all heard about how you got to sleep on the
Oh.
couch.
Great.
That was about it. We muted at one point, so
Yeah,
don't
we
worry.
muted at one point. Right? So overseas, because they don't have a local thing where they produce cigars at a, brand price. There's nothing's competing against the Cubans. Over here, there is.
Yeah, over here you got Nicaraguan, Honduras, Dominican, Cameroon. There's so many different countries, but Cuba is just Cuba.
Right? So
Well, no, Europe, they got stuff they're competing against Cubans. Yeah.
in the caliber of Cuban cigars,
I'm saying,
Like you have brands like Carrillo who would send exclusive things to the Europe market, like he did with the Unico 2.
right? But
But-
for them, that's a crazy amount of importing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
they need there's a third party taking money for, so they are expensive there.
Mhm.
Over here, there isn't. Right? EP Carrillo over here we consider as U.S. brand. Patina, U.S. brand. General Cigar, U.S. brand.
Majority of these companies are US brands.
Right.
Majority, not all. but
So,
majority.
what is a UK brand? I'm pretty sure there is, but name
There
a UK
is.
brand.
Hey, on top of our heads, it's gonna be impossible. I could find it out because I got sent a website, but when I did some research, some of these websites, some of the cigars that I never heard of it. It's the non-American version of a General cigar.
Right. So it's still from us.
Yeah.
So we have the competition here. They don't have competition over there.
well, we the consumers in the U.S., we are the cigar industry.
Sure.
We spend more money on cigars than any other country in the world.
Is that even is that fact? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And if it's not, I said it anyway.
You know what?
Well-
I'm gonna Google it.
Want me to
Yeah,
send you a
Google
UK? Want me to send you a UK website?
Hold on.
I'm looking at one right now. I'm gonna message to you right now. There's one right there. Can you display it since we're
Now we're
No, let's not display. Hold on.
We're talking difference between tobacco and cigars. We're just talking cigars.
All right. Total spending and market size. United States, the leading global market by wide margin, accounting for over half of the total global cigar consumption. and importing roughly 1.4 billion in cigars and cigarillos annually.
Well, I mean, with the people who I talk to, like who are foreign, well, they're foreign to us, uh, cigars are like an extreme luxury. While here in the States, it can be obtained by anybody. There are cigars that are financially obtainable of all, financial backgrounds. While in the UK or even Europe or some parts of Asia, some people to fork over $40 just for something to smoke for
Well,
40
there's a
minutes or
select
an
group of
hour.
people, but then that select group of people spend a lot. So
Yeah.
the second place is China. Accounts for 27% of Habano's global sale. So 27% of Cuban cigars are sold to China.
That's a big piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranks as a top market specifically for luxury and Cuban cigar by value and revenue, making out 27% of Habano's global sale. And then the rest is actually considered other major market. Germany, Italy, France, Spain. UK is not on there.
The UK is not on there.
UK is not
Wow.
on there.
I'm surprised France is.
Hey, Davidoff of UK, you're not trying hard enough. This is what happened when you take 15 minutes to light up a cigar. You're not smoking fast enough.
Yeah, there's nobody I know. I have quite a bit of buddies who are actually in the UK area, and all of them have never had a cigar ever in their life. Some of them are more financially well off than the other ones, and all of them are like, I never smoked a cigar before. Like their first time smoking a cigar was when we met up in, either in California or in Boston.
Here's another one. That's research done by 2022. Okay, this might not be accurate or whatnot, but it's a statistical thing, right? It says per capita revenue from cigars, selected country in 2022. Lebanon spent 36.7. U.S. spends 35.6. Qatar spent
Wow.
27.4. Luxembourg spent 20.2. Iceland is 15.1. Switzerland is 14.7. UK is 13.7. China is not on there. I don't know why. Bahrain is 12.4. Netherlands is 12.1. And Finland is 10.8. Yeah, the first comment is where's the spend in China? The top two buyers. So I don't know. But in terms of competition, the rest of them is really Cuban cigars because they import from Cuba, and the U.S. really have a concentrated market already in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? Just think about how hard it is to find some of the cigars nowadays.
Yeah, like I still haven't been able to get my hands on, the Dominican Puro or the Andalusian Bulls, even hard to get to. And that's what
And the Andalusian Bull is hard to get to?
sometimes in local
Not
shops.
anymore.
I mean, you can order and online anytime you want, but some like local levels. If you're not an online
No,
shopper,
local level, they're selected. They're selected shops.
Mhm.
that kind of gives you proof that, if people are not knowing, if people are just entering the hobby, they don't know that sometimes online shops are an option.
But Andalusian Bull is currently surpassed the happy median. It's more than $25.
Yeah. I got one recently for above like 27.
I think they're just under $30 a stick right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're above that happy median. So if Cuba was to sell here at $80 a stick, no one will buy it.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's before they go, hey, you can sell here, but we're gonna assess 50% tariffs. So I think they have to drop. If they don't drop, it won't sell here at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
But they know the biggest market here because the biggest fake market is also here. Every US person goes somewhere to buy a fake one. Thinking that's real.
100%.
Huh?
100%.
So they know the market's here. And in order to defeat the fake, don't you think they have to sell somewhere close to the fake price? Because if you set your price lower, even $1 lower than fake, nobody will buy fake. What do you think?
I mean, maybe you just set your price $1 above fake. Some people may.
Well, yeah, $1 above fake. Yes, you'll still sell. But if $1 below fake, there will be no fake. Fake will have to lower their price.
And it'd be like a little competing war.
Yeah. So the fake will constantly lower it until it's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no choice but to do it. Why? Okay, this is the reason why U.S. cigars don't have fakes, because you can't get any lower.
Yeah, when again, exposure to people outside the country, when you go to like anything else, like me going to Aruba, seeing a standard Romeo, like not Romeo Julieta, like me seeing standard U.S. cigars being tripled or quadrupled the price at these locations and these islands in the Dominican Republic and Aruba. My buddies out in Australia, my buddies out in the UK area, my friend out in the Netherlands. We have it nice.
Yeah, but in other countries they're doing the reverse, right? They're doing the reverse. So think of it this way, all right? So you're a UK cigar company, okay? For example, and then you have Cuban cigar that sells for $80, and somebody starts to import New World cigars. Your customer will pay $80. So you can set somewhere in the 60s, it will still sell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opposite, right? But over here, we already have the $18, $12, $8, $6 cigars.
Yep.
So you have to either match them, go close to them, or else you won't sell. Or else your buyer will still be the exact same buyer as before. Right? Why bother buying in the US? Then I'm paying the same amount.
Yeah, that's how happened to the lounge I went to in Aruba. All the New World stuff was either like $10 to $15 below the Cubans are selling. So I'm like, I guess at this price, I might as well just get a Cuban.
Right, because they're not gonna get rid of their most cigars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I sell Cuban to start with, I'm gonna make sure my Cuban still sells. So the price cannot be too far away.
Yep. Like their Padrones, I'm like remembering little by little now. Their Padrones were either at the same price of Cubans or even a little bit above.
Right? Just that way, you'll still buy the Cuban because they have most of that.
Mm-hmm.
They sell those first.
Yeah.
Right? So in here, we're the opposite. We're on the cheaper side. So to match the market here, they had to lower it. So they'll have to sell like $30 a stick. And if they want to concentrate the market, they would too. Because ain't nobody gonna try if they got used to it. Like there's so many people that smoke bundle cigar, they won't even smoke brand. So in order to concentrate into the market, like imagine this. I don't know. Val, if you own a shop and you have 100 facings, and somebody come in and say, hey, I represent Cohiba Habano, would you sign with them?
Would I sign with them?
Yeah. I'm the rep for Cuban cigars.
I'm gonna have to look at where I'm at.
And
I gotta look at my competition around me. And if I sign with them, I'm gonna have to have stipulation in there.
Like what?
I don't want you to sell any of these 25-mile radius.
That's not gonna happen.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, to you, it's not a must. You wouldn't take it. You have 100 facings. In order to put their stuff in there, you gotta move some facings around.
yeah, it won't break you if you accept or not.
Right? They're gonna come in and say, yeah, we have all this list of $100 cigars. You're like, those things are not gonna sell. I'm not gonna take any.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because yeah.
Right? You will turn over and look at your Padron Legends on the table. You're like, you know how long it took me to sell those? Those things has been sitting there for over a year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you wouldn't take it unless they lower the price.
No, right. Yeah, they would have to lower the price. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. You're right.
Even at $50 per size per stick. They're like, we gotta give you a universal price. All right? You're not gonna get them for $50 stick. You had to sell at 100 either. You had to sell at 100.
Yeah, even like trying to sell opposites could be hard too to do as well.
Yeah. Opposite.
Like my uncle, he didn't swindle, but he cut a deal with the shop owner because he had a box of the Heaven and Earth, the 2018 version, or it was a 2022 one. He was sitting on the box. He says, "I've had this since it's been released, and it's been sitting on top of that table for 7 months." My uncle's like, "How much you selling it for?" It's 18. It's 1800. He was, "Yeah, 1800." My uncle's like, "How will I relieve you of that stress and take that off your thing so you can put something new on it for 13?"
13, he's your profit. But if they found out, they will never give him again.
Yeah, he's like, we were trying to get it for 18, and then I before my uncle finalized the deal, I looked online to see what other places were selling it, and then it was 17 here, 16 here, 15, 15, 50, 50.
He's not in the right market, so he can't get rid of it.
Yeah, especially
Hey, Jesse.
in that section where he was at. No, what's up, Jesse?
Right? So majority of the shop, he's not gonna take it. If he's selling 50, and then you had to sell it for 100. If they sell it 25, you had to sell it 50. There's no way. Even at 50, you know how hard it is to sell $50 cigars?
Yeah, it's like when I went to Boston with you, that area where you took me to the mall. That's a more higher financial area. Like if you had a Heaven on Earth over there, you have a higher chance of it getting sold there compared to like Chinatown, Boston.
Yeah,
you wouldn't take an inventory like that brand of a price point to a impoverished or lower income area, and that's what that shop owner did. My old city, it's not the best financially. Yes, a lot of stars came out of that city, but it's still a low income city. So he sat with that Heaven on Earth for over 8 months, and my uncle was the only person who ever offer him an offer on it. He took the deal.
right? It makes no sense because if the embargo is lifted, you can buy that cigar from anywhere in the world. So if it's got to be the same price, I'll buy it from out of country.
Getting a new goddamn cigar.
And that's another thing. If you gotta sell at the same price, I don't have to buy it here.
Yeah.
You see that they are facing an even bigger dilemma. If it was so I don't think I don't think they feel like any bad to not sell in the U.S. because it'll be a hard compete.
Yeah, they'll have to significantly drop their prices.
Yeah, And I think what's gonna happen is the places that you gotta find Cubans are not gonna be shop. It's gonna be like Davidoff, because Davidoff in all the other world is already selling Cubans anyway.
Yeah, Davidoff, Casa de Monte Cristo, like those
Yeah.
big, CI locations.
So
Ones
they will
with
still
well-
I don't think CI will sell it. I don't think CI will sell it.
Yeah, no.
CI's clientele is not people who spend
Yeah.
that kind of crazy money, right? So I think Davidoff, they're like, okay, now we can sell it there too. So all the inventory will move some over there.
I mean, I wouldn't say they'll have like a whole inventory. Like some of the lounges, they probably like buy a box or two, certain locations. I wouldn't say they would have like.
You think people go to CI to buy $100 cigar?
No, but it's available there.
Yeah, there's times where they will have rare cigars occasionally, not constantly. Not every major opus will be on CI, but there's times whenever there might be a specific opus. They might, yeah, we got 5 boxes of these. It is what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Like they wouldn't go for cases and upon like a truckloads of Cuban cigars. They will.
Well,
probably
that's the
just
problem,
like,
right? I don't think when you order Cubans, you're not gonna
Oh,
go. We only
yeah.
want 5 boxes.
Of course.
So I don't know. I mean, that's a question, like, because I constantly being asked, hey Tony, do you think ever like Cuban will ever sold in the U.S.? Well, first they had to deal with all that problem first. They have all those problems to deal with before they can go, okay, we'll sell it here. Because just because the embargo's lifted, your cigar price is ridiculous, right? Now, if you're a tourist, yeah, you make exceptions because you're out there. You don't have to really think about your money until you get home.
Yeah.
But if you're not, if you're looking at local shops, two different stories. Like even right now, Rick, let's say you're down the street cigar shop, start selling Cuban, you probably won't go buy it.
Nope.
Because like Rick will have to think about a certain, like, if the cigar costs $150, Rick will have to think about it for 6 months before he go to a local shop and look for it. But if Rick was on a vacation, he will spend that money.
Yeah, I spent $900 on 7 Cubans. No, on like 6. No, 7 Cubans.
Right. However, if I tell you, hey, Rick, would you like to spend $900 with me tomorrow in the cigar shop? You will say no.
Nope.
Even if that shop sells Cubans.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Val, think about that. Would you, if I say, hey, Val, tomorrow, let's go splurge. $900. Prepare that. Let's go.
It's strange because that's true. When you're on vacation, for some reason, you don't think about money the same way as you do when you're at home.
That's because
Yeah.
you prep that money to be spent.
Yeah.
You want to spend that money. You want to find a reason to spend that money.
Yeah. My mindset was when I went wherever trip I go to, if I know it's out of country and I know they do possess Cubans, I will put a fund to the side of like, this is my limit of what I'll buy on Cuban cigars. This trip would be 500, or this trip be 1,000. This trip be 250. This trip be this. Like I give myself a limit for what I know I can obtain in the States.
So even if it's sold here, you're not gonna go, you know what, I'm gonna set $900 aside. I'm gonna go to Cuban shop tomorrow.
No. Not that amount. If I got hit up with, if somebody hits me up, innocent, or my uncle or somebody else, like, hey, cigar lounge tomorrow. Okay, I'll buy a cigar or two. $30 max.
How about this? Val, you enter a shop that you usually go to. Shop owner comes out and says, hey, Val, have you heard about Cuban cigars not in embargo anymore? And like, yeah, I heard about that, right? And he goes, we happen to have a box right now. Do you want it? And then Val goes, yeah, depends.
Hope you can sell it.
And
nice day.
then he goes, I have one box right now for a great price. It's 20 cigars in there. $3,900 yours.
Yeah,
Only box
I
right
don't
here
think
right
so.
300.
No, I don't think so.
3,900 is yours. I only have one box. It's that rare.
No, that's okay.
All right, how about this, Val? Why don't you buy one to try? 190.
No,
See, you wouldn't.
no, no.
Yeah, how about I just shove my foot up your ass?
And I guarantee this: if the
For free.
situation was slightly different,
No.
Val.
What? The first question Val will ask is, does it come with a hat?
it comes with a hat
Yeah,
and ashtray.
that might be a deal breaker. That's right.
Oh,
It comes with a hat and an ashtray. If you buy the box.
Yeah.
If you buy the box, you get 5 hats.
No.
Val, you know
Yes,
the rule is
no.
always a box.
Yeah, I know.
You get
No.
5 hats, all Seahawk green color.
No. No. Still not gonna make it. No. No.
All right, how about this? Rick, would you do it?
No.
All right, let me twist the situation for you right now, okay? Val, I mean not Rick.
Mhm.
I'm the shop owner. You came into the shop. Hey Rick, I just happen to have a car I don't need anymore. $3,900 yours. It's a used car. It's a used car. It's Honda Accord.
Why gotta be a Honda?
To fit that 3,900 range, right?
Okay.
It's gotta be $3,900.
Not because I'm Puerto Rican, okay?
No, just because I try to fit the price range.
Okay.
All right, a Honda Accord, $3,900. It's got 40,000 miles on it.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, buy it.
I'll buy
Exactly, you would. See, you wouldn't do it for cigars.
No.
it. Yeah, I can't drive a cigar.
That's right. You
I
can't
can't-
drive
I-
cigars.
I can't put my
No, but the
my-
thing
my
is that you're willing to
luggage.
splurge that money if it's something that you want.
Yeah, if it's gonna be something I use more than once, once I smoke all 20 cigars, that's it. I could use that car more than 20 times.
You can flex with that cigar more than 20 times if you want, just never smoke it.
I could go to the hood and flex my Honda.
No, but that's the thing. You got a box of Cuban. 3,900, 20 Cubans. 20. That's 20 times.
And I could flex that I paid less than $4,000 for a Honda Accord with 40,000 miles.
Well, it is a 2005 for 40,000 miles. You see, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care. You will get it. You would be like, you know what? Let me go find that money. Keep that car right there. Don't move.
But it's the value difference, Tony. It's the value difference. It's price.
No,
point.
because,
it
like,
just makes more sense getting a car than it is a box of cigars.
That's no, because the value is the same. If you go to Blue Book and look at the car, it's probably $3,900.
Yeah, but you can drive that car for a year, right? And you still have the car.
You
When
can keep
smoke-
that cigar for
smoke
20
10 of
years.
those
You still have that
cigars,
cigar.
You only got 10 left.
No, you can keep that cigar for 20 years. You still have that cigar. In fact, you can write on it if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can. And then what flavor loss?
Your car is value loss too.
I just gotta put black ice. The car will smell good again.
No. You don't have to. You can flex way more than 20. Just never smoke it. Every time somebody, hey, that box, I got a good deal, $3,900.
What's the point of buying it if I'm not gonna use it? Or the car, I could use it.
You're telling me that people don't buy car and never drive it.
Well, yeah.
Well, there are some people like that, but look at, the flex about the Cubans is this, especially when you meet people that either don't smoke cigars or are just beginning to start smoke cigars. And the first thing they ask you is, have you ever smoked a Cuban? And if you say yes, what you're going to say, well, yeah, you know what? I got some Cubans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to support.
It's the phrase that you say, yeah, and I have some. I may have two, but I have some.
Yeah, to support Val, this past weekend I went to a barbecue and I brought my cigars. It was an outdoor barbecue, obviously, and I started smoking a cigar. I offered the host, a cigar. He took one, and one of his uncles, came by. Oh, you smoke? I'm like, yeah. It's, I bet you nothing in your Salvador could be a Cuban. And I just smiled. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Yes, I only smoke Romeo and Julieta Cubans. Like, okay. In my humidor, I had Davidoffs and Plasencias, and I had the Andalusian Bull, and I had Ipicarillos, and I had all these great cigars that I came, but he doesn't know. Some people just see it as like it's a Cuban. They flex it. In reality, it's not the best cigar. It's just a Cuban.
It's not, but like the point was that it will not survive at that price.
I'd have been like, it's all right.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
will not survive. Like I just asked
So,
you
Rick-
guys, at that price range, would it survive? You will not survive. You will not buy it. Even if
so
I say
Rick-
that was the only box I have.
Rick, what you should have done was got to your travel humidor and say, "Oh, you mean like this one?" Put it back in.
Sorry, we're not rookies. We don't smoke Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. I left my actual Monte here.
Right? It will not survive at $100 something. It will be very selective people that will willing to buy it.
Yeah. You're right, Tony. Because that's the box that you see. It's got 20 in there, and you can go back there in 4 or 5 months, and now it's got 19 in there or 18 in
In
there.
fact, most of their box are 25. Good luck.
Yeah.
Right? $100 something cigar. Like here, I bet you if Rick go to a shop right now and they have a Hoya on the table for $190, but that Legend right there is $135. He buy the Legend. He'll buy Legend and he'll have leftover buy 2 more cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why would I buy that if I haven't tried this one? And this one making way bigger news than that one. That cigar has existed for the last 50 to 70 years. And that will still be there. But that Legend might not be.
Yeah.
It's not going to survive. Now, if anybody in the chat think otherwise, I'm more than happy to listen to your point of view. But I don't think it's going to survive well. Because over here, after a certain price range, it doesn't sell. You got like a handful of people that's willing to splurge and buy that kind of stuff. But even me, I am stupid. Okay? I am stupid. If I see something pretty, I'm like, ooh, shiny, and I'll buy it.
I've been to my local casa many times, and they still have the same 9 Rocky Patel convictions in their casing.
Yeah, because no one's going to spend $100 on that. $100. You know how many cigars you can buy for $100?
Yeah.
So imagine you can only buy half of a cigar. It's not going to sell. Now, if you usually buy Opus and stuff like that, you'll buy 1 or 2. But that's the thing. You'll buy 1 or 2. Right? You're not going to buy a box. It won't survive if, especially if it's available to you at any time. Yeah. You'll be like, next time. Next time. Next time.
Yeah. I've done that many times.
Yeah. And still do.
Yeah.
When it's no longer unicorn, you don't care. So yeah, I hope that answers people's question. Hey, Tony, do you think the Cuban will ever come back to the U.S.? I think it can, but it's not surviving. Unless they make a big change. Right? They'll have to make, U.S. special. So like we only use that much of Cuban. Even though tobacco is not a problem. Tobacco they grow there. So it's not going to be a problem. Right? In terms of the price to them. Cost of making it is still next to nothing to them. right? They don't pay the people there. So it ain't gonna happen. The difference between them selling Cuban for $20 and Cuban $100 is what the dictator say. How much money did he need? So if you have one of your best Cuban, would you give one to a seasoned smoker who have never smoked a Cuban? And after they smoke it, they say that they really didn't care for the cigar. Would you regret it? No, I've done it many times. I've sent out Cubans many times.
I've sold Tony a bunch of times. I never
smoker,
smoked.
yeah. Not to a seasoned smoker, yeah, but not to a new smoker.
I have given Cubans to various people.
The only reason you should give like a seasoned smoker a Cuban is if they openly stated, "I've never had a Cuban." If they themselves been open saying that I am curious of what's everything of this talk about Cubans, but I never had the opportunity to get one by my own hands, I would gift one to somebody. That would be a reasonable thing compared to like me just randomly cigar bombing somebody with like a whole bunch of Cubans. I know
Jesse's
they
still
smoke
new.
Esencias Padrones, Avadovs, and those levels of cigars.
Jesse is relatively new to the Legion, but at one point of the Legion, I literally asked how many members have not have Cuban yet, and I sent them Cubans.
Yeah. Those would be the reasons. That'll be that's literally the only valid reason I can see behind give me somebody a Cuban.
I know that they can try it one time and done. So like I asked how many people have not had Cuban, and I sent it out. Even for Val was like, I got Cuban. Oh, no, here's some Cuban. Try it. So Cuban is not a big problem. Cuban is the only thing about Cuban is price.
Price and to obtain it.
But like it's one of those things that once you tried it, the imagination, the magic disappears.
Yes, and it is so disappointing.
Right? Because you think that the Cuban is gonna give you that much of like wow, but they don't.
Yes. I don't know what the hell I was expecting. I was expecting fireworks, explosions. I mean, it was a good cigar for what it was, but yeah.
Opus sells out when it's at MSRP or close to MSRP. For example, I found Opus X25 Ultra Beautiful for $55 at a BMN 1 hour away from the city online, and at a BMN city they go for $80. All right. For a shop to get Opus, it takes a lot of sales, and to make up for those, what they will do is they will have to make up for that damage that they do in order to sell that much to get the Opus. So when they finally got the Opus, they raised the price up. Now, obviously, after they get a few times, the price started to balance down. But new shops, they have to do a lot more. They have to sell a lot in order to get the Opus. So they try to make the money out of it. They sell it out is because the people waiting for it, and they still had to go out and look for people who buying it. Right? So when I go to Florida, there's plenty of shops that sells Opus, and then they'll raise the price. Right? They'll raise the price because now they know who their clientele is gonna be. So there isn't a lot to start with, but it's not like impossible to find them. It's just the price. Opus is another one of those unicorn thing. Once you smoke it, you're like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Is it good? Yeah, some of them are. But like,
rain.
Do you want to constantly spend like $120 on those? No. Because for $120, you probably bought a box of something else. So do you want 20 sticks or you want one stick?
Yep.
That's true.
Martin's like, I'll take one stick so long as it's free.
Mm.
Sure.
So yeah, that's the problem. It's our price. It's our consumer what they're happy with. Everything has a happy medium where the price is gonna be. Past that, you have to think about it. Below that, you'll definitely buy. There's a happy price. But for cigars, anything more than 25, you gotta think twice.
And anything above 15, I'm trying to think twice.
Well, 15 to 18 are like average now. Right? If you think about it. Some are like 13, so like, but then if somewhere in the 15, 18, you'll still consider it. In fact, if Andalusia right now is $18, so a box is at 180, Rick will jump on it.
Well, so would I.
Yeah.
But at Andalusia at 250, you'll think about it.
No, I would still jump on it.
You would?
Yeah.
How about 275?
My limit would be 300.
I'll send you a link
Yeah,
after.
look, you have to remember when they first came out many years ago, they came out at maybe about $168 a box.
Yeah, they are $18 a stick when it first came out.
Okay. Okay.
So they're right now about $28 a stick.
Well, again, it's based on where you're at too.
Sure.
Okay. Because I know by me, they're going anywhere from the low end is like $45 per cigar to $65.
So
For
Val,
which cigar?
Val, are you saying that if right now I can find you one, you'll get it under 300?
So what cigar is this?
Now wait a minute. Now let's get this straight. Depending on what city it's in,
Mm-hmm.
Why does it matter?
well, because if you find a cigar, let's say I'm here just outside of Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and you find a cigar in a cigar shop in Chicago, you, Rick, Martine, may get it at one price, but me being a state subject, I'm paying a different price.
No, but
Yeah.
if you buy online, you'll be the same.
Nope.
Why not?
Because every time you fill out your paperwork, you have to put in your city, your address, the zip code where it mails. And once you do that, boom, your taxes automatically adjust.
Oh, let me ask you this, right? Val, what stops you from ask Rick to help you buy it and send it to you?
Who that?
Well, because where Rick lives, he's probably paying just as much as I would be.
No, he won't. He doesn't have to pay online.
But if he goes and buys it there at the shop, he's paying all those
No,
taxes on it.
No, he's gonna buy it online and he's gonna receive it and he's gonna send it over to you. And he will charge you one cigar tax.
There's some poppy tax.
Hadn't thought about that.
You see? When there's a will, there's a way.
But that has happened to me. That has happened to me. Well, I got a tip, and it took me a while to get this cigar from that shop. And when I went to go get it, I'm thinking one price, and because it was there, and I've been calling that place, because every time they got it in and I checked on it, oh, we sold out. Oh, we sold after 5 sellouts.
That's because you didn't bring Martin with you. He goes there, it's like, what you want to say hi to my friend? Rick, Tony, and Val, Martin, what's your favorite cigar?
My favorite?
That's a
I've already
hard
answered that.
topic because like every
It
time
is a hard topic.
Yeah, because everybody have more than one favorite cigar. And when you say
Yeah.
favorite, it's like is the top one? There's top one changes day to day.
Mhm.
Day to day. the 3-state rule doesn't apply to everything. That's the thing. They will some of them will charge you no matter what. Some of them don't charge. They don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite cigar. Like before we go, we got 4 minutes. Favorite cigar. Everybody, who want to go first?
Favorite cigar.
I'll go first. Davidoff late hour, Sierra Tego, Suma.
Hey, wait a minute. He didn't say multiple. He said one.
I can't pick one. You said like interchanging. So I'll just say that my top 3. I feel like that's like fair. Suma, late hour, and the Endor from Casa Carrillo.
Okay, so Rick is no longer a member of Shadow Smoke Legion from this point on. Everybody, take note. Val, go ahead.
I really like the LFD cabinet number 5.
LFD cabinet number 5.
Yeah,
That's actually their one of their breadwinners. So yeah, sure.
I really like that cigar. Most of the LFD line I like. I like the chisel. But that cabinet number 5, I know when I go to a shop that I know that carries LFD, that's usually the first cigar I ask. Do you have
This is
this
gonna
in
be
stock?
a recent 4-year kind of thing. I don't think Val smokes that heavy before.
Another one I really like to go to, the AJ Fernandez New World Cameroon. That is a hitter for me.
Okay.
Cigar.
And I want to say the Oliva Master Blends 3. Those would be 3 that I could, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
Martin.
especially the Cameroon.
It's like asking me which one of my kids is my favorite.
Yeah, which one is your favorite, Martin? Let us know.
Everybody always has a favorite. That's you you just can't say it, but there is.
I'll tell you what I smoke a lot of.
Okay.
On like holidays, special days, whatever. Plasencia Alma Fuerte. The Padron 1964 Maduro. Andalusian Bull. And if there's no Andalusian Bull, it's going to be the Alma del Cielo from Plasencia.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I am very partial, as you guys know. So the ITS is gonna be number 1 on the list. Obviously, I blended for me, right? So hey,
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my number 1. What I smoked the most, still Davidoff, right? And Davidoff Signature 2000. Any day I'm not doing anything, I'll smoke that. Also the Demitasse, which is no longer available. If there is, I'll still buy them.
Yep.
Right. Anywhere I see it, I'll buy it. So there's no question there. Davidoff. But that's just what I smoke the most, right? And what I like the most, I don't know. Because I'm smoking a different cigar every day.
Yeah, and that's the reason I selected my 3, because those are the ones that are like regular production. Like at the
I have late hours, and I love late hours, but I don't smoke late hour all that often.
Yeah.
Because if I smoke late hour, I'm done. I'm satisfied. 1 cigar. That's for the night. So I wouldn't, but like, there's a lot of cigar I enjoy, right? Recently the Red Dot Rubicon, really enjoyable. Endor, EPC Endor, super good cigar, right? I recently bought quite a bit of the Rocky Patel Sapphire because that thing's bomb. That thing's good. And I haven't been buying a lot of, but I can enjoy them a lot. Is the Casa Cuevas Natural Reserva.
Oh, the Natural Reserva? That's a good cigar.
Like if you compare to the Maduro and the Natural, I like the Natural more. I don't know. It's just more smooth and easy to consume. Right. Other than that, I can't think of like everything else. I randomly choose a cigar every day. So it's really hard to say which one is my favorite because, every time I chat with you guys, I'm just grab something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it wouldn't.
Also, I would never turn down and Opus X Purple Rain. I won't pay for it, but if I won't turn it down if somebody gave it to me.
Right. And here's the thing, I have a lot of good cigars here, right? Like even Tiberius sent me a lot of good cigars. I just don't regularly smoke those. Even though I have it. I don't have the ego to smoke them. I want to try them, yes. But, you know, normal days I wouldn't. I like, you know, if I'm doing the review, I'll pick one. If I'm like, you know, feeling great today, I'll pick one. But like, you know, random time, I don't. I just smoke whatever. So, but that Plasencia Alma Fuerte, if you're a beginner, you need to have a box. Period. It's like, oh, I haven't even smoked one. I don't know if I can handle. I don't care. Keep it in your humidor. All right, Queen Bee, Fuente, keep it in your humidor. What else? I like Murcielago. They're a really good cigar.
Yeah, Murcielago is really good.
But for some reason, I haven't been buying them. I think the Chicaca has ruined it for me a little bit.
Was it really that caca?
Oh, it tastes like caca. So it's definitely kind of like has stopped me from smoking Murcielago for a little bit. But whenever I see it, I still like, that's a good cigar.
Yep.
A cigar named Shit Caca, I would not buy.
All right. So yeah, I think that will be it for tonight. Again, no show until
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
September.
No show until the 12th. All right. The next show is gonna be on 12th. And we're still prepping that list to get us in trouble. All right. I'm waiting for Rick to finish taking all the icons. I will make sure this screen will be all blank next time so that we can actually have a big chart. Because we have like, what, 70-something people?
It's a process.
Right?
Yeah.
So if we come back and by the 16th is still not done, it's Rick's fault.
Yep.
Rick's like, oh shit.
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Last reminder. This Sunday, this Sunday, this Monday, Sunday midnight. Sunday midnight, the public chat room will be closed.
So this link will no longer be here.
That link will no longer be there. So if you're using that link, you're chatting through that link right now, you need to reach out to Amar and go, hey, I want to join the Legion and jump over to the Legion chat. Because that will be closed. Okay? Everything else, and it's free, by the way, guys. I don't know what people's waiting for. It's free. So that should be it. Is there anything we need to announce that we haven't?
I mean, if you're trying to be a Legion member, it's definitely free. Some mods may charge you. I'm not too sure what mod would charge you. But
just know that if you ever buy cigars, there's a 1 cigar tax that we use for shipping.
I take 20% for everything, just so you know. All right, so that will be it. I'm going to go to Discord. Everybody else, have a good night. I will see you guys in 2 weeks and a few days.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody. Put some smoke in the shadows.
So.